Greetings everyone! Welcome to week number 10 of Batt's Picks, the show where I bring some of the more interesting Go games to your attention in case you happen to have missed them throughout the week. And this week I do have a little bit of a confession to make. Normally when I'm looking through games, I have a criteria that I'm looking for. A nice broad range of something for everyone. You know, your influence games, your territory games, your crazy games, yada yada yada. This week, though, whenever I was going through the games, trying to find what's going to qualify for today's picks, I just wanted to be entertained. That's all I was really looking for. I was just in a mood to be entertained. So this week, our picks, not really so much for their educational value, so much as just to entertain us. So I hope you don't mind and can enjoy them as well. And if you know me, then you know when I'm looking to be entertained, it's no surprise that we have a game of Sedol's entering the mix. That's right, my favorite Korean fighter. His games are not known for being the simplest to follow through. They do get rather fighty, so they do get kind of complicated. However, when you're looking to be entertained, there's no way a game of Sedol's is not going to fit that picture just brilliantly. Even when he loses, he manages to do it in a very, very creative fashion. I mean, heck, I've seen games of his where he apparently just decided to fight everything and died on half the board as a result. This guy likes going out with a bang, and absolutely is one of this week's picks for entertaining games. And game number 2 for our entertaining and rather interesting game of the week, we've got a game between two female professional Korean players. As you can see, judging from what you're noticing here, no doubt, my idea of an entertaining game usually involves multiple weak groups in the center of the board that are fighting for survival. Sorry, I just like aggressive games. When I want to be entertained, that's typically what I go for. So I guess in that regard, if you're looking to improve your fighting, then my entertaining series will also be interesting to you. It'll be helpful, I suppose. So there is some educational value here after all. For those that aren't, well, I just hope that you find these games interesting and entertaining, as I did. And for game 3 from our entertaining series, we have a game from Chang Hao.
Because back in my day, Chang Hao was on top of the world, he was. Indeed, and it was always entertaining to watch his little play.
And when I want to be entertained, I go back in the day to Chang Hao. This is a recent game, but hey, I like watching him, still do very, very well, despite as many style changes that he's had to go through. Always entertaining for me to watch. And hopefully entertaining for you to watch as he plays Kang Dong-yun, who is one of the stronger Korean, if not, I'd probably say one of the top Korean players in Korea right now. So cool, entertaining game. Should be lots of fun. Definitely lots of fighting. Fair warning, but you should know that by now. And last but not least, a blast from the past. When I want to be entertained, I do have a nice selection of games where I can, in fact, be entertained, and I'm going to share some of that collection with you with this game. This game is between Guli and Chang Hao, and I promise you, you will be entertained by this game. This game comes back from 2004. Back then, Guli was only a 7-dan, and not quite the 9-dan he is today, not the undisputed #1 player in all of China. But make no mistake, he was still very, very strong. Back in 2004, he was still one of my favorite players back in 2004. And this game will show you why he was. And, hopefully, along the way, entertain you as well. So, that's it for this week's edition of Batt's Picks. I do hope you were entertained by these games, and maybe along the way, maybe you'll learn something out of them too. No promises this week, though. No promises. Next week, we'll be back, hopefully, with a more rounded version. Something for everyone, as I like to do. Because I don't like leaving anybody out of, whoever might be looking for a game. So you can join me for that more next week. In the meantime, I hope, as always, you guys still study Go. Hope you guys still play Go, because remember, if you are not applying what you are learning, then why are you wasting time looking at the games? Do go out, try to apply what you've learned, see how you do. In the meantime, I'll see all of you awesome people next week, and I hope you have a good day. Take care, everyone.